right. Welcome to what episode is this? Episode 6 of When Men, Cardano, Culture, and NFTs. I'm the Machinist. CMDR is here too. And the one and only non-fungible rock star, the front end of the donkey, Mango Bush himself.
All right.
From CNFT.Tools is here. What's up, man?
Well, reference that. I am indeed the front end of the donkey since I was 7 years old. That's how my whole personality was refined really by that one moment. It could have gone any direction. So thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. You're up. See, we pay attention.
I don't think we should expand on that in any sense whatsoever either as well. We just leave people listening and go, what the hell are they on about there?
Yeah.
This is a peppermint tea I'm drinking as well. It's nothing any more sinister.
Oh, see, yeah, no Irish coffee here. And people, if you know, you know. All right, no more donkey talk. But anyway, this is going to be a really exciting show. We're talking about CNFT.Tools, and not just what you guys have going on now, but everything you've done for this space, because Tools has been around for quite a while now. You know, I know you're a young buck, but Tools is definitely an OG in this space.
Yeah, I suppose it is really. How old's this space? It's summer of 2021, I think it is. So we were about, it's May, June, July. The space started kind of coming out with like all different projects you had. I think Spacebud started it in the March of that year. And then you had like big projects like Pixel come out in the May. And by about August, Brad and JPB, who are the founders of CNFT.Tools, had kind of looked at the space. They'd already been in NFTs in other chains as well. Little known fact, but Brad actually minted a gold BAYC, Bored Ape Yacht Club. I don't know why I went for the letters. Yeah, he minted a gold one of those, and he paper-handed it. But he paper-handed it for £18,000, which is about like $25,000. But those things were going for like a million or something like that. Like
yeah. That's rough, man. I have the same. I mean, obviously, it's not on the same level, but I minted an Ape Society, and it was my first. I was new to the space. Flipped it the next day for double my money. I was so proud of myself.
Yeah.
And then we all know what happened.
I'm that kind of guy.
Later
though, to
on,
be honest, I am that kind of guy. I'm not like a. I don't know if I think I don't know a bit of a paper hand really. I'm a bit play sensible. Quite a lot of the time, so I feel you. Yeah, but so anyway, he had an idea of the NFT space that was kind of blooming at that time, and him and JPB, they basically ripped off Rarity Tools, which was the rarity system for ETH, because there wasn't anything in Cardano for that space, and you see it now on like fledgling on new kind of chains where things are happening. So, for example, Doge scene is kind of it's taking off at the moment. You know, Doge inscriptions, they've got nothing. You know, we've had people from that community reach out to us and said, "You want to come over and make some Discord bots and other things," because they don't have anything. So they're getting excited about the things that we kind of started a long time. So that's verifier bots, rarity tools, rankings, marketplaces, kind of listings, and those all that sort of stuff. And yeah, we did that in that early time. We built CNFT.Tools, and if you think about it, without rarities, what are NFTs? They're just the 10,000 collections with. It's people, the community will try and make rarities to try and get some sort of value off the individual traits and stuff, but all that really exists at that time is like spreadsheets which are made by community members within each of the other projects. And so what CNFT.Tools did was basically took spreadsheets of everything, created their own formula, read the blockchain in terms of the metadata that's out there, and created that page, which is CNFT.Tools. So it gives the rankings and rarities. So,
hell yeah. It definitely helped to change, shape this space into what it is today. And would someone have done it? Probably. But the thing is, not only did you guys do it, you're still here. CNFT.Tools is still the go-to. But before we get any further into this, right, we have to do something very important here.
Yes.
We have to do our disclaimer.
Yeah. Gotta do the disclaimer before we get too deep into this.
Yeah. Because you never know what you're going to hear on
right.
When Men. But also, everyone, if you are listening to this anywhere, right, because we're on every major streaming platform. This is on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. What else is there? Castbox, freaking Pandora, iHeartRadio. But
Spotify.
The video is only on the Spotify app. So if you want to see the video, if you want to see our smiling faces, come to Spotify. And while you're here, rate the show, right? CMDR combed his hair today. I combed mine as well, as you could tell. So please rate the show, subscribe. Doesn't cost you a fucking thing. So come on, let's go. All right. Anyway, so here, if you go to your right-hand side of the screen there, Mango, you will see something that says private chat. Now, you can't think about this. You just got to go for it. All right. Just got to read it. It's going to pop up. All right.
Do you want me to read it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty please.
I mean, like read it out loud, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yep.
yeah, that would be good.
When Mint is for educational purposes only, nothing said or alluded to within this program represents the views, opinions, or ideology of When Mint, its hosts, guests, affiliates, partners, and all related social media platforms. In other words, believe nothing we say. We don't even believe half the shit that comes out of our mouths, and we're the ones saying it. We live all do your own research, you bloody useless tossers.
Thank you so much. Jesus Christ, that was amazing. We changed it a little bit. Usually it says DYOR bitches, but we needed to hear you say.
I love the addition of useless too. Thank you. That was.
I thought you kind of anglicized that for me by saying you bloody tossers. There is that something you say in the States?
No,
Yeah,
Well, we actually usually say do your own research, bitches. But we figured since you had the accent for it, we would switch it up this episode and throw in bloody tossers. So
there is something about that accent. I don't know if it's just like when I lived down south, right, in the States, and everyone loved like a New York accent, right, or that Northeast accent. But when you're up here, everyone loves that Southern drawl. Everyone that has a British accent, I'm convinced they are a genius. Like they just sound smarter. I don't know.
I do seem to get quite a lot of love from my accent though. A lot of the time, and I think it's because it's slightly different to the typical UK accent. Whereas normally you might be, the classic Landy Cockney voice and that, and all that. Oh my God, apples and pears and all that sort of stuff. Right, the Cockney thing. Whereas mine's from the north. It's a little bit more. Well, it's just a little bit more honest and soulful and roundful, a bit more songy. So. Yeah. I mean, your voice is a great voice, Machinist. I've got to say, it's always
well, thank you.
Cuts through.
I love being lied to.
Yeah. No, it's good. It is.
I'm just a regular Pacific Northwesterner. We don't really have an accent.
It's a good, genuine accent, though. That's like a good kind of. That's like, if you're thinking like not generic. I don't mean this in a rude way, but you like good, honest American accent. I think you own that as well. Definitely.
Thank you.
You do sound like you'd get angry in the traffic, Machinist.
Oh, God. I do.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that too much. It's like the donkey. It's things we just don't go into around.
Yeah.
So before we progress, can we step back for a second? You said that you guys have been getting reached out to people from the Doge side, the ones who are doing inscriptions over there. Yeah. Is there a Doge.Tools in the future or
not for us? No, we're too busy with what we're good at doing now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did try and convince the guys. I think this is a pretty good start, but they just laughed at me and said we're far too busy with what we're doing here. But
fair.
But yeah, it's pretty cool actually. And can you shill things if it's not on your chain? Do you know what I mean? I just bought this.
So.
Yeah, right. So I'll give you the story of this. So Mopar, I don't know if you know Mopar. Right?
Yeah,
everybody knows Mopar. Yeah. She's cool as hell. I was from Australia. She's the one that kind of came over and said, "Look, you need to get on Doge." They're just starting off. It's like Bitcoin was with the inscriptions. We know they started off and got pretty big, and people are now starting the movement on Dogecoin. So there's nothing really happening on Cardano too big at the moment, so I thought, I'll go and have a look. And there's this thing called Dogeable Dogs on there, and I missed the mint because of that apparently quite sought after. But I bought in at 2,500 Doge, which was don't know really.
Who the fuck knows?
Doge, yeah. It might have been $100 or something like that. But anyway, it's like 5x since then, and every day it keeps going up. And I think if I check now, it'd go because I just think it's getting more and more momentum there as people just think, well, that's what happened on Bitcoin. And I think Doge, the whole thing with Doge, it's quite a degenerate crowd anyway, with it being a meme coin, isn't it? I think the people who buy Doge accept that it's just a meme. It's nothing too serious. Whereas the Cardano community is a little bit more. They've maybe come through Charles or something. It's not really known as the degen chain, is it? It's more like quite ethical and it's going to solve world problems that people come over and then they fall in. They fall out of town and end up in the dark and dirty places. I don't know where we reside.
That's a good point.
That's what.
Yeah, they all are there knowing they're like, we can't really build anything on this blockchain. It could never handle it, so there's never going to be anything huge. It's just, I think
they're trying at the moment. I do think they're trying. Doge, just like I said, the thing's coming out, but
inscriptions, I mean, like huge DApps, and I don't know if it could really handle, any giant really building on it, but the inscriptions is cool. I didn't even really look into it. Stacks did it too. I got in super early the night they released the Stacks inscriptions. I was at my machine at the machine shop inscribing shit.
Yaks
And I
on
think
stacks.
I got like a sub 1K inscription from that. The next day it was over 100K. We'll
Yeah.
see where that goes too. But do you know, are those Doge inscriptions, are they like actual inscriptions like on Bitcoin or
Yeah,
something where it's on the
yeah,
blockchain? It's not
yeah, it's
that
on the blockchain. Nope,
interplanetary file
100%.
service stuff.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
cool.
like, when Elon Musk said, NFTs, the image isn't actually, but he's going to love it when he finds these things, that
Oh
they're
my
actually on
God.
the blockchain. But who
Considering
knows?
he's always pumping Doge anyways, he'd
He is,
probably
and like we
appreciate
said,
that. Yeah.
there's no use for Doge now. But let's see what Elon's got up his things as a payment system. I think he's got fast transactions in there. So we don't know.
Let's see. I'm looking this stuff up now. I'm trying to find these Doge
Doge. I'll send you a
Doginals.
link.
Where
It's
can
not
we-
worth buying in now because honestly, they've gone up to like 13,000 ADA.
Jesus.
No, 39,000 ADA. I wish.
I love how
13,000
we've
Doge.
gotten completely off the rails here. I'm
Yeah,
digging
wait,
this.
what are we talking
So
about?
essentially, everybody
Anyway.
just like give up on Cardano NFTs. It's dead. The market's completely dead. Doge is where it's at the moment.
Yeah. But if you do decide to stick around, we do have some pretty cool stuff we could talk about and tell you about. Things like Tool, which, by the way, with this Tool launch, I know this is weird how we're just kind of jumping into it. We're not going in a row here or in order. But when you guys launched your token, all right, you launched it under a different name. And I actually was talking to CMDR that night, and I was like, bro, fucking CNFT.Tools just dropped their goddamn token. It's Tesoro, right? Or TSU.
Which means tool in Japanese.
There you go. And I was like, I swear this is it. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Just buy it. Go get Tool now. That was a really smart move. Whose idea was that to launch that way?
Nobody really wants to admit to whose idea it is. There's a few people like a couple came up. Braddo's going to say it's his, and there's going to be another guy called Psyops that reckons it's his through his suggestion, because when he suggested it, Brad was just already thinking of it apparently. But I believe another project did it. I don't know another meme coin did it. I think they did. But the idea was
Kiseki, yeah,
Kiseki,
that's it.
But the idea was we were going to build our own swap tool for it and launch on our own decks. Well, launch on our swap. So we had Surufy, the site, one of our decks on there. But do you think to make a coin successful, like, bear in mind we get 0% of this, like, got no vested interest in the price action of this coin. It's a little bit, like when, Charles, no, sorry, comparing us to Charles, but says he's got no interest in the floor price, or what, the floor price doesn't, or the token value doesn't represent the value of the product, for example. Right. Yeah, no interest. That's market decides that. Like I said, we got 0% of it, so we weren't interested in personally, but we knew that our community was, right. There's a difference there, and if we put it on our own decks, it's obviously going to get a lot less traffic in there. Less people know who it is, how to get there, don't trust it, and then the thing kind of goes up and just kind of goes down, and it's not as exciting for the community that we've been expecting it. The motivation to do that was because it'd be unhackable, like unbottable, because things can only be bottable if you've read the transcription and it's how the whole thing works. You see behind the scenes how it works, and then you can then bot it, write a script that kind of then will submit those transactions. So that was the idea between doing it. We were kind of running against the time, because we launched on January 4th. And I don't know if you know, over Christmas time, exactly on New Year's Eve, our kind of host provider kind of just went down completely. I don't know if you remember, everybody lost their roles. This is the significance of CNFT.Tools. Over that for a couple of days, nobody had their roles within Discord or anything. And that's kind of the size of CNFT.Tools, that every single NFT holder in the space has their wallet linked to us and has their roles in their Discord, which kind of creates the community, different levels within community. It creates the kudos about how many NFTs people hold, whether people are whales or in certain Discords or not. We pull that out, it goes completely. Although, that sort of thing, it doesn't exist.
I bet your tickets were an absolute disaster during that, right?
It's broken. It's getting fixed. It's broken. They always are anyway. The people trying to just break the systems like that. Just stuck my dick in the wallet to verify it. Can't see my NFTs anywhere.
But one thing that, if you think about it, right, how many you guys are, I mean, I hate using big words on the show because I don't want to hurt CMDR's feelings, but CNFT.Tools really is like ubiquitous in this space. Almost every Discord you go into uses tools, right, to give their holders access to channels or roles or anything else, right? Rarities, everything else in this space. There's so much that lands on this one team's shoulders. And how many times have there been issues? nobody usually ever hears of anything in
No,
years.
there's individual things within projects or something like that, but a lot of
Right.
the times it can be what people have submitted or stuff. But no, it runs pretty much seamlessly. But
Which is
yeah,
impressive, right? That's a huge amount of data to deal with all the time for one
yeah,
team, right? I don't care
yeah,
how many people you got there, how long you've been doing it. That's a lot of shit. And you
yeah.
guys have been doing a bang up job.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to think about what would the space look like if we suddenly disappeared. Like it's not going to happen. But your NFTs, your rarity system for your NFTs is just completely gone now, and we've got
Yeah.
the kind of the kind of stranglehold on those values and rarities. We do it in our own way that it can't be really replicated anywhere else as well. So you're, rank 5, whatever it is of whatever project that you hold dear or whatever, suddenly becomes just an NFT that's got a memory of a value in there. And it won't ever be the same if it's then replicated somewhere else.
Right.
The roles and the discords and how those discords are built, like with everybody, how they built up their discords just suddenly dissipates and doesn't come. Things like the sales bots. We've got sales bots that are on Twitter that go out. Loads of things. People that are using our API. We're much bigger than OpenCNFT that just like finished this week, and they had API calls on their data as well. Whereas ours is far bigger than that in itself. That's not just to kind of like go, we're leaving or anything, but it just shows how big that we are. And we're kind of not massive. I'm not promoting ourselves, but instead of we are, but we keep quiet about it. People don't realize it because we're kind of silently under there. And a lot of that kind of forthcoming utility and things that we're building builds on all that data behind the scenes, and everything's connected. So your Twitter account is connected to your wallet, your Discord is connected to your wallet. It's all triangulated, and you know that when you triangulate data and user ownership and then link it to wallet, you can then do communication between it all, which is a cool thing.
Well, it's one of the coolest things about CNFT.Tools is how humble this team is, because it really is
grumpy. This grumpy we are, yeah.
Grumpy too. Like we don't want to deal with you fucking degens. But
I'm not, but others are. There's the things that I'm the pleasant forward facing when you see people. I'm the one that smooths things over. And then
Jesus,
behind me, there's just two
nice
grumpy.
guy?
Yeah, I'm the nice guy.
Oh my God. All right, I take it.
So let me ask you something about rarity, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
I know when you guys first started this up, like it was like the NFT boom, like the NFT gold rush, whatever you want to call it.
Halcyon
in Cardano.
days.
10K projects getting sold out in minutes, stuff like that.
5 or 6 a day.
Do you think that in the current NFT market that people see rarity as such an important thing now, or do you think that that's something that's kind of waning?
I think the muscle memory is there of it, in the sense that people think, yeah, he has a rarity one, I'm going to buy that one, I'm going to spend it because it's like rank 5, and they do it out of excitement and they get it. But I think you're right, it's completely changed now, the rarity side of things, in the sense that, well, what you've got now in the community is the people that have stayed have got wiser to the kind of NFTs and trading NFTs. Whereas at the beginning when we all entered, it's like, yeah, go in, yeah, but whatever. I've got ranked 67. It's amazing. I didn't really do anything other than its value was that it's ranked 67. Whereas now what you've got, if you take Toolheads, for example, value's kind of derived right through the project. And that's why when we're designing, that's what I did is, so yeah, you see all these. My role in all this is kind of the concept design of what Toolheads is. The guys have obviously created the development behind it. But when I wanted to, when I created this kind of concept, what I wanted to do was have an NFT series that had value in loads of different forms in there. So, for example, you've got your genuine kind of rarities that are in there. As they go through, it's just nice and simple. But then if you click on roles, as you go down on the left, so on the left on the trait character things there.
There we go.
Roles, that's just above. You can do it.
Come
on, Machinist. A bit of manual dexterity there.
I'm a professional. I'm a professional,
Exactly. Just right click, no, right click, not left click. You can do it. No, that's minimize. Maximize it again. Don't. Oh, you closed it down.
I was too busy thinking about fucking jumping into this thing. I'm like, I really
usually it's the machinist who's here ragging on other people. I am getting such a kick out of this right now of you giving him the fucking business.
I'm holding back, because we can make eye contact now. It's a bit different. So what you've got is like 16 different roles in there, and each of these have got their own kind of unique. Well, there's rarities amongst like numbers of them, but each of them have different kind of reward replies back. They've got different parts within the stories, and so this is why you kind of saw that explosion of NFTs getting sold at the beginning, because people wanted these certain roles. And if you go into kind of the staking side of vaults, it gives them sense then, because inside the vaults themselves, where people stake the tool heads, it's like a big sticker book in the sense that only certain amount of roles fit in one vault. So in a vault, in season 1 there was 35 spaces, and of those 35 spaces, there's only one space for a necromancer. And when there's 330 vaults all the time and only 83 necromancers, people want those necromancers because not many people can have them.
Right.
Obviously, no one can fill their vault with it. And so, like a sticker book, you've got different roles, and each of these roles, there are a certain amount of them that can fit within these legions. I don't want to get too complicated, but each vault has about 9 legions. In each legion is your rows of tool heads that you can get. So, for example, towards the bottom, you've got marauders and defenders. There's like 900 of those. You have to get 5 of those within a tool head. All of this is all mathematics and kind of not algorithms as such, but relationships between numbers. So there's 330 vaults, 6,600 tool heads, which means that's 35 per vault. And each of these have a relationship in regards to it. So what you would try to do is create this kind of degen experience within an NFT experience. So people are buying it, but then within it, there's lots of different things that people might appeal to people. So having different roles, different relationships within the roles, rarities. But then we also had these things called original drawings, which were the original drawings from Brian Allen, who was the artist. So the first original sketches, they're in there. There's 15 of them hidden as well, and they're from each of the roles as well. So there was just lots of different ways where people were thinking, right, I haven't gone for a role, I'll go for a rarity. If I'm not going for rarity, I'm going for something else that's in there. So yeah, it was everything we kind of learned about the space.
That sounds like. Go ahead, Ken.
This is really fucking cool. Whatever you do, don't use Vault 100. No. All right, everyone out there, don't do it.
Don't do Vault.
Terrible places. It's Mango's Vault. I'm kidding. Go stake in Vault 100.
These weird infusers there that kind of spill out some sort of weird scent from it. That's not very, like sandalwood and
nice.
No, it's not. Sandalwood's not a good flavor. No, it's not. Do you really think sandalwood's good? It's just got old man all over it, isn't it? It's like that's what he's trying to do to mask the smell of his feet in the room.
I wear Old Spice. I can't help it.
Is that what Old Spice is?
Yeah, I don't know. You said old man. I thought Old Spice.
Do you know what? Old Spice has got a little bit. It has got a little bit of the scent of Old Spice in there as well. So
see that and a little bit.
That's
of
an OG flavor as well. So I can kind of look.
It smells like Bengay a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we digress.
Yeah.
So with CNFT, with tool heads, the thing is, right, when because of the project that we are and kind of the history and the kind of rapport we've got the community, and people know that we're reliable in that sense, is that we could have just done any kind of lazy asset NFT project as well. I kind of joke around. We could have just put a spanner with a couple of smiley faces and gone tools NFTs, paid a $5 artist and just done anything, and it still would have sold pretty much as that in terms of a speculative asset. But we didn't want to take any shortcuts with it as well. So we went out and got what we thought was one of the best artists out there in terms of Brian Allen, who's obviously worked with Zombie Chains before, but he's worked with Metallica, he's worked with Pantera, he's worked with Queens of Stone Age, worked with Harley Davidson. Huge brand. This guy's huge, right, in terms of what he does and his stock. He's an incredibly talented artist and professional. That's what his life is. And you kind of learn when you're working with really professional artists that because they're so professional, you tie into contracts, and there's all sorts, but they work to kind of deadline. And they'll give you what they've got as well. There's no kind of, can you just, which you kind of respect in that sense.
Right.
So the whole point of going law rich in this, concept rich and art rich, was just kind of that we could do it. We could have just done anything, just done something lazy, but we didn't. We did it more.
That's a good point. Kind of you could have,
ethos,
right? Yeah. People would have just bought that shit up, and most in this space would have taken that route. Sadly, unfortunately.
Yeah. I really like the concept that you guys put together with the vaults, because even if you have a whale out there who can buy up a shit ton of these assets, you're still going to have a majority of people out there that are going to have to wheel and deal with the community. So if people want to fill their vault up, they actually have to reach out to folks in the community. They have to intermingle. They have to get the rarities and the roles and everything that they need in their vault. So you guys are actually doing a community building exercise with 100%. This, as well as keeping your floor price up with the rarities and the rolls and all that other stuff. So I think
I appreciate that a lot, because the inspiration behind this was when I was kind of coming up with, right, what if we do it, what can we do that's a little bit different? I took the kind of inspiration from stake pools, and it's exactly that. Do I call you CMDR, or say, how do I shorten your name?
It's Commander.
Commander. That's much easier to say that, because if I try and say a load of letters quickly, I just come up with something completely different. You'd be like coriander. Commander Coriander. That's quite good though.
That is pretty good, actually.
Yeah. I'll add it to the list.
Yeah. So Commander, that to make something different, something unique. I thought, well, stake pools, right? What's a stake pool? People have stake pools. To have a successful stake pool, you've got to market it, get people to put their ADA in your stake pool. There you go, and that was what makes it successful. And if you delegate to a stake pool, you then get rewards off the back of it. So off that bit of divergent thinking, I thought, wouldn't it be cool if you could have similar concept but with NFTs, where you have to then have something that you stake your NFTs to in that fashion, and know it's possible, because if the blockchain works to stake ADA to something else, you'll be able to do it with NFTs. So I go back to Brad and Dev's guy. I've said, I've got this idea. NFTs, can we stake NFTs to an individual entity? Like, what the fuck? Hear me out, right? Those passes that we're giving out, what if they meant something more than just passes? And so they're not just mint passes, that there's something else that you can create and grow from. And so 330 of these, that's how many we've got. If we then create an NFT series where the aim is that each of these individual ones have got to get those NFTs into their vaults, we didn't know what they call it, those pools at that time, and then they generate rewards off the back of it. Those rewards that they then generate off the back of it can use to pay for our tools and utility that come, and it kind of then built from there. And that's all that toolheads are. It's just an NFT that you stake to a stake pool in that sense, and then it's the vault owner's kind of responsibility to attract people to try to come into their vaults. Now, along the way, as this progresses, we're going to give the vault holders tools to make that a little bit easier. So at the moment, you're getting the typical things where whales are filling their own,
right?
Things like that. People are going to people who are kind of got more clout, or that they know that they're working hard to promote it. But soon we're going to do little things where you can kind of get your NFT to the top of the queue, you vault to the top of the things, or you can automatically give homes to tool heads that have just been made homeless by someone selling the vault, and stuff like that. So there's lots of little tweaks. And the reason as well, to make it more interesting, we've got seasons in Toolhead. So we've got season 1, which is kind of our test season, season 2. So I'm a gamer. I like Fortnite and all those different things like that. And I like that season element, because what it helps you to do is give a static concept such as NFT and metadata. You can create dynamic content out of it. So what we're doing now is, through the storytelling, each season something different happens, where then if a certain character is lagging behind, or is on the floor, or low in kind of community value perception, we can suddenly boost it and give it some value through the lore as well. So whether relationships with other tool heads will then boost this up, and we've got tons of ideas like that, but it's all just phasing it in nice and easy over the season. So yeah, static kind of function in terms of it mirrors a stake pool in its kind of basic format, but then the lore helps you kind of just create that dynamic flow of degeneracy.
And degeneracy is very, very important.
Very important. Yeah. Very important.
So what I'm hearing is that those roles that are on the floor right now could possibly be more valuable during season 2. So go sweep them up.
Not in season 2 necessarily. They were in 1, but they could be in season 3 or season 4 to do that. But it's always got to be done carefully, because you've got to protect people as well, because there's others that have spent a lot of money on other characters of high value. Then if suddenly you then boost the value of the ones that were high value, you're going to get, there's a lot of balancing to be done with this.
Oh yeah. I know how degens act when their bags are under attack. So
they get quite nasty, don't they? Have you seen how nasty they get?
A little Absolutely.
Bit. Yeah.
So you're staking to these vaults. You're getting tool. So let's talk. What's the use case for tool? What's it going to do?
So, have you been on CryptoTrack? So this is our tap tools, in a sense. It's in the market. You've got to have competition. So we did this as well, and we're tools. We make tools. We make loads of different things. We don't kind of just pin our mask to one thing. And there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good things that I like the idea of just being niche and focusing on that niche, but that's not our operating brand. We do all sorts, from Discord box to mint into stake pools to all these different things, and we've got our own DEX tracker here. And this is kind of the beginning of where this is going to go, and what you're going to see in here as time goes by. A lot of our data, a lot of our personal data, a lot of our kind of wallet info, our NFT data from CNFT.Tools come and migrate over here as well. CNFT.Tools is going to stay because it is that kind of first place that people come into the market and see CNFT.Tools. It's really simple to use and it's good for onboarding new people in. This is going to go a little bit more technical in the back of here. And if you see the kind of the widgets are in here, the way that we want to go down is kind of a personal board. So let's say you're a social, you've got your own social channels like you guys. We want to be able to create these alpha boards that are on there where you can personalize your own pages with whales that you're following, with projects that you're following, with coins that you're following, everything amalgamated in that page, where you can then have people subscribe to your space or do regular shows where you can say, this is what I've been following this week. So what you've got in front of you is like a whole marketplace overview with things, and you can go and click on coins and it gives you more. But I think we want that place where people have got their opportunity to drag and drop and put their own little bits of tiles everywhere of things. So it might be their wallet, it might be their notifications as well. So one of the things that we're offering with Toolheads is called Toolbot. And Toolbot's going to be a wallet communication tool. So anything that's happening in your wallet then you're notified about it. There's been things like Wallet Buddy before that tells you in Discord, but we've got a browser extension, and also through this page, you'll be able to just log onto this in the morning. It'll tell you what all your kind of wallet activities are or things that straight away. What we're experimenting as well at the moment is, can we curate Discord content and Discord announcements so that you don't have to worry about being in every single Discord? You can just get, Apes update, Toolheads updates that come through here on a feed. So you've got this page, you go onto it, and things come in, kind of populate it in that sense. So personal pages, which then is something that you'll build, you'll have it, and then it's with tool that you have that you'll pay for your subscription to use it. So,
that's awesome. So now everything, not just this, right, but almost everything in your ecosystem is going to use Tool in one way or another, right? Like this is like the CNFT.Tools currency now.
Yeah.
This is really
it's
cool.
why we didn't give it. There's two reasons why we didn't give it ourselves any of it. One, because we didn't want the complication of kind of just trying to figure out the legal ramifications. We still don't know what's going to happen. We're not big enough to get into legal battles or anything like that down the road, and how things are given away. So I think it's far simpler if we don't give ourselves anything, give it to the community. And what we do, if people want to use our tools, they just give us it back. And we've not got any intentions to even sell the stuff off when we get it. We're just going to put it in a smart contract and lock it away. And that's where it's there. So you want our stuff, and we've always given stuff away for free in terms of from the user aspect, is that token is what you go into. That's why when we say we don't care about the price of it, it doesn't really matter. For us, the community will decide that, but we'll just make the tools that kind of brings it back in into that as well.
Hell yeah. And I know we said it a couple times, but it's very important to make sure this is very clear, at least to me, to everybody, right? The team took 0% of these tokens, right? Only 5% was used for giveaways and like promotional stuff and things like that. But that's a big deal, at least to me.
I don't think anyone's done that. I really don't think that anybody would have you wouldn't. But
right.
Then the price.
Well, I mean, you got a lot of teams out here taking, 15, 20, 25, 30% if you combine, what's going to the team invested treasury versus plus marketing, plus advisors, quote unquote, plus VCs. So like you guys got 100% of it out there to the community versus 60 or 70% from a lot of these other tokens out here. So I think that's a pretty solid achievement in itself.
Yeah.
And oh no, go ahead, Mango. Sorry about
that. It remains to be seen how that works as well. It's the impetus is on us now to create those tools to kind of claw it back and to come through. So that's our challenge at the moment. That's what we're going to, and that's where if you come into our kind of Discords where the community are kind of challenging us now, and rightly so, is when are things going to start to be be able to pay for things in Tool. It takes time to get that right though. You need to make sure that those systems are right, because it can't be messed around with. It's got to be easy to use.
Everyone wants everything in this space instantly, right? Everything moves so fast, and everyone forgets that when you're building something real, right, and something that's going to work and it's going to stand on its own 2 feet for a long time, you need to put time into it, right? And you need to put effort into it, and that's what you guys are doing. So hopefully they don't give you too much of a hard time.
Yeah, if you're spending too much time scrolling through the CNFT Tools Discord waiting for an announcement about when these tokens are going to come, go walk your dog. go touch some grass, go drink a beer with your friends or something like that.
Surge
Get the hell off Discord, because you probably need a break.
That's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, we've had people, even in so much as they people in messaging mods and stuff saying that, oh, you know, when Tool came out, I bought loads of it. So not the NFT itself, I bought loads of Tool, you know, expecting something to surge up or had some expectation. And when it didn't meet that expectations, now we're saying, well, what's happening, and demanding it because they bought some and it's not where it is just yet. But we've always maintained right from the beginning that we're a long-term project in the sense that we've been around a long time. We're also here for a long time, and things are going to keep coming out. And if things, I won't say things are happening slowly, but since we minted, we've had to build a staking platform because we're going to use a separate company with the staking just to save ourselves time. But because of the intricacies of the vault and all those different things that were going on, we're finding that's not working. Also, our community wanted to be able to stake from their hard wallets, where the staking partner we were using, you couldn't do that. So we decided, right, we'll build it ourselves. So we took about 6 weeks to test that out, but you know, to build a staking platform from scratch, from there. So we did that from the start. Then we've had kind of other things that we've just been fixing and build along the way. So there's a lot of kind of things that we didn't realize, just getting the staking sorted. And now the staking is sorted, it's working nicely. We just had Clays integrated over this week to go through. Now that's kind of happy and ticking over. We can start moving over back onto the development and spend our time there as well, because you couldn't have gone on with the development and making the other stuff if then people are staking's not working and being one of these projects going staking soon, when staking,
right, for 6 months or a year.
Yeah. Get that away. The things are settled now. Now we can go back and start developing crypto track and the other things, and the you know, the payment funnels for Tool.
Hell yeah. Actually, but before we dig into this too much deeper, and this really is awesome, I got to say, especially the social aspect with tying Discord announcements in, because a lot of people tried to do it, but you guys are in the perfect spot because you're already in everyone's Discord. Like, you're already there. You already have those relationships. You're already trusted. Getting that information, because that's really all it is, right? Is information gathering data from all of these different Discords and projects. You guys already have your foot in the door. So a lot of people say they want to do stuff like that. I kind of just roll my eyes. I'm like, yeah, okay, show me. When you guys say it, it's like, all right, like it'll probably happen.
Well,
it's just a matter of time.
The problem with those is that we could do it. We could just do Discord notifications this week quite easily, which means as soon as something happens in your wallet, it happens in your Discord as well. But we don't want to take the easy situation. We want to make it kind of web-based in the sense that when you're on the web, you know how you just get like browser notifications. So we do have a CNFT.Tools browser extension that you can use. And what happens is if you have a tool head, when you're looking at JPEG NFTs on JPEG, it puts our rarities over that, it overlays it, so you can see CNFT.Tools on JPEG. But that's going to be expanded out a lot more, the browser extension, so that then, you know, when you're kind of just surfing the internet or on your PC, suddenly, bang, you've just had an offer on this, or you've just had something that pops through. And when we do that, we link it through, then we can start building it into a web page a little bit more, because you have to be careful with Discord messages as well, because if you're constantly spamming it, it can get you in a lot of trouble with, you know, spamming messages out from centrally. And if we got into trouble and our Discord was deleted, that would cause the ripples across the community would be huge with that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
So we
ripples,
have to be
that's
careful.
Like a tsunami.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's not get tools.
Yeah,
deleted,
we don't want to
please.
get banned.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good.
So that
ahead,
extension you're talking about, that's on CSwap as well, right? Haven't I seen that on the CSwap Dex NFT?
I think the team was talking. I can't remember. I know Shield well from CSwap. It might be. I think so. Is it?
I think I've seen the CNFT tool ratings over there in their NFT Fi marketplace.
I think they're doing it themselves with our API rather than our.
That's what it is.
Yeah. That's what it is. Yes, that's it. But it's not our thing that overlays it on there. So, but yeah, they've got our data pulling in.
Yeah, that's huge for JPEG though, right? Because like when I go to sweep a floor, I don't go to JPEG. I go to CNFT.Tools.
Yeah.
Right. And because I can't help it, like you said, it's fucking muscle memory. Even if rarity doesn't matter, if there's one on the floor, I can't decide on a couple, you know, whichever one's the rarest.
You're going to do it. But the thing is, right, this market's going to evolve massively, because what you've got is like all the people have just been left in the nightclub, you know, after the party started, which was the bull market. Those of us are staying around. We're the ones at 2 or 3 a.m. in the club, you know, and we should have gone home. We spent all our money. We're just still here trying to feel like, so it's a good time. It's a good time. It's a bit miserable. What we need to do is go home, regroup, come back when the party starts again. It's going to be a whole different vibe, and that's what it's going to be like when the bull market comes back in. NFTs are going to come up with, again, because there's going to be a whole new amount of people coming into the market. We're going to be the old guys, the OGs that are in the market trying, maybe taking advantage of some of that, those naive plays that we were those people first time around. But then when they come in, they're going to want the rarities again. The rarities are going to come back in. It's going to change. So we're a little bit exhausted and fatigued by everything we've been through. Or we can. That's kind of negative way to say we're now more experienced in terms of how we do it.
There you go. Yeah,
you're going to have a whole new amount of people coming back in. That's going to go, these internet pictures. You can trade off that. You can leverage what you've already leveraged from fiat to do that, and that naivety is going to come through. It sounds nasty to say naivety, but that's. I was the naive one. We were the naive ones coming through. Everybody's got to do their naive time, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And at least it's getting a little better, right? Like it used to be like when I first got here, like you really had to lose money to learn how to make money. Now there's a lot more out there where you can learn at least a little bit more than we were able to through just running in the walls. At least I wrecked myself plenty of times trying to learn.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk about my shame wallet. Like I actually have CNFT.Tools pulled up right now. I have my trait values and my wallet value up here. And if I added the amount of ADA that I put into this versus what I could get back if I just sold for my wallet value, I would be really depressed right now.
Yeah. So many times where you thought, I'm going to hold that. Where if you're looking back, you said, why didn't I sell that? Why didn't I sell that?
Yes, absolutely.
But
I take profits as much as possible now. I've learned my lesson. Like if something 2X's or 3X's, I'm like, this is likely going to drop back down in a month or two. I might as well just take the win.
This is where I am with Dogeable Dogs at the moment on Doge, because it's like 4 or 5X at the moment. I said, Mango, I should be getting out right now. I should be doing this. So like, no,
right.
But it was just a bit of fun going over there. Like just gambling, degen. I had no expectations of it. I thought, let's do it and let's see what goes. I really should be coming out of it right now, but it might make me a millionaire. You never know,
right? You never know, and that's part of the fun. Yeah, that's part of the fun of this space too, right? And at least with a lot of NFTs on the Cardano blockchain, I don't know about you guys, but I actually get attached. Like it's emotional for some of these goddamn magic internet pictures, right? Yeah. You hold on to it for so long, you remember what it was, where it was, during the bull market, and you're like, I can't sell it. And even when the price goes nuts, just hold it, sit on it.
Yeah.
Who knows? And it'll probably be worth nothing someday, or it'll be worth millions someday. Like you never know.
Maybe.
But I gotta ask you, you brought up clays, right? And staking clays, and this is huge, because just to see two of the biggest players in this space collaborate on this level. A lot of people say collaboration and they're talking out their ass because they're trading whitelist spots and they're just pumping each other up. That's not a collab. Okay. At least in my opinion. You guys are actually really working together, right, to bring value to both of your communities. So how does this work? I know how it works, but I want to ask so that everybody else can hear it. But now you can stake bundles of clays, right? Like a clay, an OG clay, and a pitch or something like that, some mixture to a vault, and not only get tool, but you can get the clay token as well, right?
That's right. It's exactly that. So we started conversations back probably about last November, and it wasn't about the staking. It was just like, we like each other, because clays were our first paying customer on CNFT.Tools. The Brits like us. They have a similar kind of outlook. There's a like professional outcome look that we do, but similar kind of like taking things seriously. It's hard to. We're very similar in kind of our ethics and the way that we kind of see the world and our aspirations and what we want to do. And we just said, look, we should do something cool together. And it's important to mention, clays have not collaborated with any other NFT projects out. They haven't. They've collaborated with Snoop, obviously, and they've collaborated with
Good Charlotte,
the project, Good Charlotte, and huge things like that. Even like with Ledger as well. I mean, people that they communicate, they've staked with, it's absolutely huge. Not states. I saw states on there. I said states. I'm easily distracted. That's a couple of things. But the collaborations they've done, even Sandbox, they've collabed with, but no actual NFT project. And it's because they are so protective of their brand and doing the right thing in terms of their responsibility within there. They don't want to be associated with any old project that has a risk that will impact their brand as well. So they'll only work with projects they're 100% confident with, that they're in it for the right place as well. So that's the way that they see it. So they trust us, we trust them. And so they obviously are very, very good at making front end stuff. Right? Really, really good.
Right.
They've got tech behind them as well. Vlad, the developer who's making Clay Falls. I don't know if you've seen Clay Falls. It's
Oh yeah, we looked at it
nice.
on our gaming episode. It's fucking impressive.
It's really good. You know, to think where these things have come from just these NFTs, these Clay NFTs that at the time were just, let's do some NFTs and put them out there with no kind. They always said there was no utility and nothing coming with them. And then for them as, you know, as an organization, you know, Lena and Jules to then June, sorry, to create a game out of it. I just think it's mind blowing, you know, and all the other things that they've done. They've traveled in the world doing things that is absolutely huge. So they're huge ambassadors for the space in terms of doing it professionally, doing it in a dedicated way. Because trust me, they're so super committed to making Clay like a global brand as well, look beyond the NFT. And this is not me saying be bullish on them, but just they are so driven and so professional. You know, they keep us in line. In the sense, they have like Slack channels and everything going on with all these different things, and that's not just it's like Discord for adults. So that's the importance of this. They won't dance with anybody as well. So it kind of speaks volumes in kind of, you know, how they see us as well. So we were quite chuffed with that. And, you know, we're not a bad project ourselves, but
all right, I guess.
But the whole you know the donkey thing. We're going to bring the donkey thing, right? Because it's where the front end. No, they're the front end. We're the back end in this relationship. Right?
But it's okay to be the back end of that donkey. If it's a Clay donkey, it's okay.
Yeah, I think so.
You know?
So do you guys see this being a continuing relationship, or is this just for a season?
Should we just do staking just as a little bit of an intro to what we do? Yeah, it's beyond it. So we're now kind of in a collaboration just to come up with ideas and just to see. Look, there's nothing. I can't give you alpha that's, you know, all these things. It's just like, do you fancy?
Well, I mean, you could. You could. I'm just saying.
Well, we are building a trading platform.
No, okay.
Like we want to build like an immersive trading platform between us. So with us working on the back end of it, our communication side of things, the tools and the connectivity behind it, and with their front end. So, you know, when they've got Clay Falls and they've got everything like that, it'd be really nice to have a... So let's take this, right? Imagine if you drop down there, you see where it says sort by price?
Yeah.
Just at the top, just up there. So nice if you could then sort by swaps on there. And what that is there is everybody... It doesn't exist right now, you see? But let's say it did exist. And you could sort by swaps. And in that collection in front of you were things that people were willing to trade on there, where you could click on it and say, right, I'd be willing to trade, you know, that green mohawk on the top, but I don't know what it is. But then you can go over to another project and then say, sort by swap, and say, I wonder if he'd be willing to trade with this one. And then initiate that trade behind the scenes and get people connecting, because obviously then we can link the Discord and everything to say that so-and-so is interested in doing this, right? That's a simple concept of how you could do it. That's how we do it at the back end. When you add Clay into it, then you've got kind of this immersive feel to it where they can build these fancy front ends. And the things that we kind of experimented before, just our ideas as well. I think it was me and Lally that came up with this. It was like a Tinder type thing. We're starting to work on like a front end where you can swipe left and swipe right like Tinder. So you say you just sat there on your phone or something, swiping left, like, swipe left, swipe right, whatever it is, until you hit a match. And when you hit a match, that's then saying there's a potential trade here, which then you could set up a date inside Clay Falls where you meet at a certain time, like a romantic date, and then you go inside and then you meet up, stick the Barry White on, have a glass of wine, and you just make you swap your NFTs. It's those kind of things now are available to us, rather than we're quite mechanic in the sense of bang bang, data done, things like that. They can make things a little bit more immersive and a little bit nice in front, and make the front end a little bit more just cute. So it's those type of things.
This sounds awesome. The whole idea of having, you know, this trading service, almost like a, you know, trading tent on steroids and built into everyone's favorite platform.
But with communication behind the back of it, because Trading.Tools is cool, but you don't know. You have to find the person you want to trade first. So I have to say, Machinist, do you fancy trading with me? Yeah, let's go on Trading Tent and start it now. You need something where you can just be browsing and messing around and going, oh, that one's available for a swap. Let's see if they're interested in what I've got. in the matching a throat, and then when there's that kind of like, then you can say, right, let's go and meet on trade intent, that type of thing. But then that'll be the immersive experience or the platform that you go on to do it.
That's really
I love the idea of doing it on Clay Falls, because if you go into Clay Falls as a Clay, you could literally do a trade and not even have to wear pants. So
yeah, exactly.
That's a big win for me.
Also, out of these, right, this top row,
yeah,
if not financial advice, but maybe financial advice, which one of these should I get? I'm thinking this guy with the blue hair, just because he's mostly bald and he looks.
You always go for someone that you like, don't you? I think that one that he looks quite nice.
I do like it.
I think you should go for the Karen haircut, dude.
This is interesting.
You're kind of a Karen sometimes.
Yeah, the guy, he knows it. But this is on C-Swap. Now, this is really important. This is like, people need to be using the tools on Cardano to get the best price. So at the moment,
that's a fact.
People would just go and buy something straight on JPEG. But if you go on C-Swap,
right, the next highest price is $569 on JPEG.
Right, so all those 520s there, they're all on C-Swap. So if one was to be bought from there on C-Swap, that price would then go up to 565, goes up 45 ADA with each transaction. So then by buying from there, the whole floor goes up immediately with that, and so does the price.
Oh, here he is.
And so you get one that's...
Yeah, so we'll buy it right now. We'll show everybody. Okay. Okay, we'll show everybody.
Not financial advice at all.
Yeah. Listen, everybody, NFA, but I'm buying a fucking toolhead. You should buy one too.
NFTs are highly speculative assets. There's a lot of risk attached to them. There's a high likelihood you will get wrecked on any NFT, even our own NFT as well, because nothing in stone is guaranteed on this. It's all kind of speculative at this point. And whilst we hope for better days and investments doing anything we do that's going to have some sort of value in the future, we can't be guaranteed. So if you're smart, stay away from all NFTs. But if you're going to and you want some sort of longevity, we're not a bad bet.
Why not?
Do your own research, you bloody tossers.
So we're going to buy one here at 520, right? If this wants to work. I don't know why it's giving me shit.
I think it's that slight. If you got your wallet select, it's one of those things where you're doing it live. It's a little bit worried.
No, the wallets. I'm using Eternal. Eternal's giving me shit recently. Is there no? Seeing it sometimes
isn't live now, because if this was live, you'd have someone else going in now and could suddenly boost it up to 560.
Yeah, somebody's probably trying to snipe you right now.
Probably. Let's see. I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. We'll try this again. Yeah. Let's try this again. Otherwise, I'll just do it on the phone. I'm telling you, Vesper, love of my life. Compared to this,
it's a great, isn't it, Vesper?
It really is, man.
It really is.
And that UI is great for onboarding people. You can't.
Yeah.
There's already talks of that going to desktop, right? They're working on that right now. I think once that happens, I'm probably just going to stop using everything else, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's really good.
So where's my Mohawk? There he is. There he is. Then we go up top. We click buy.
Well,
there it is.
Have you already bought it, or is it? Because the rest
here we go.
580.
Oh, did the floor go up? Did somebody buy?
No, it's still 520. Made me nervous.
Shit. No, but the rest of them, if you look behind the scenes, it says 580. Right, so you got that, but some of them were 580.
Well, as soon as you click on one, it'll show you the next price up. So once you buy one, then the rest of them go to 580.
That's it.
And then if you buy another one, it goes to 640, then 700. So you're welcome, everyone. I just raised the price of toolheads on CSwap.
So it'll be interesting to see how quickly that updates on CNFT.Tools. I wonder if that does it by the end of the show.
Oh, it should. Let's see.
So can I ask you something about CryptoTrack before we? Are you guys planning on doing like the wallet profiler and stuff like that, where you can follow 100%. Transactions and all that stuff?
Yeah, 100%.
And so owning a toolhead isn't necessarily going to give you access to this. You're going to be using the tool token as a subscription service.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's at the moment, the only way that you can get tool is from what's being mined out of the toolheads. So that emission curve is matching kind of our development curve as well, in terms of where, and hopefully where we've seen that the peak of the bull market is where the emission curve goes to the top, where we're hoping that the influx of people come back from the from the bull market. And if no one comes in the bull market, then we may as well just all pack up, because we've been working away for this bull market. I mean, honestly, we just need to just suddenly, like everybody say, look, it's probably the right time that we all just rug collectively. Just let's give this up.
Well, it's
turn
not
off
a
the
rug
light.
if everyone does it, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. We should just
Yeah,
all get to a point where, like, actually, look, we've all been in here now since 2021. Late. We came late, right? We didn't get the space buds. We came late once other people got it. Fettuccine got all those and all the other guys. So we've been here just thinking, God, it's got to come back. It's got to come back. And if it gets
So
to
you
20,
thinking if it's don't, we just have one last rager in Vegas and then burn it to the ground?
Like every 226, like the massive community rug. We all go there, just like the Burning Man, just to put our own version of it. Just, they promised more than this. It was supposed to be so much more. And it wasn't.
I'm in for that.
Yeah,
I'm in for that.
The great community rug of 2026.
Hey, well, Mango just said, great community rug. And you know what that means? That means it's time for listener mail. I don't know if you knew that, Mango, but that was the secret phrase, because we're getting close to the end here. We're almost at an hour. So, and we promised Mango we wouldn't go over an hour.
I can stay a little bit longer. I can stay a bit longer, don't worry.
He can't take more than an hour looking at us. It's just how, well, we could go like an extra 10 to 15.
Looking at you. I'm gorgeous.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fair. So real quick though, because we have to say this. Remember, if you want, go to oneminutepodcast.io. We have a comment form. Send us hate mail, send us comments, send us whatever you want. Foot pics, CMDR loves those. And we'll make sure that we show them on the show. Maybe not the foot pics, because once CMDR gets them, they're out. But this real quick was from Jen. Everyone knows Jen, Miss Jen F. I don't want to put her last name out there. But it says, CMDR and Machinist can't say enough how much you guys flow so easily with each other. Makes the show fun. I cannot get the Mr. Ed song out of my head, though, Machinist. Apparently, this is because of our Platypus Cyberpunks episode with Eddie. So that was fun. If you haven't seen that episode with the Platties, please go check it out. It was a lot of fun. Eddie's a super smart guy. She says, I've loved Platypus Cyberpunk since day one. Props to your wife for the art. Eddie's wife. If she did that in a few minutes, you best keep that woman close and treat her good, because she sounds amazing as well. Can't wait for the Venom token release and staking in March. Definitely need to stock up on some more Platties for sure. My favorite NFT when they were at 500 ADA and the floor's down. I don't care. I just like what I like. And that's that. As always, great show, fellas, with Lil Heart. So Jen, thank you so much. We love you. Thanks for tuning in.
That was nice,
but
wasn't it?
Right. I had to find a way to segue to that. So I don't know. I just got weird.
There's no better segue than an uncomfortable kind of pause and interruption, is there really?
Right?
That's what Ken's best at.
I am pretty good at it. All right. So the price updated on CSwap. Let's see if it updated on CNFT.Tools yet. This is a fun little experiment here. Oh, still 520. God, fucking CNFT.Tools. Dragon ass.
Who are they? I'll be honest, Brad.
I'm dumping the floor. I'm out of here. No, I'm kidding.
Is there anything important that you think we didn't cover, Mango?
Remember, this is a family show before you say whatever you're going to say.
Yeah, I don't know really.
Or a call to arms for people that maybe didn't know CNFT.Tools was doing this much for the space and want to get involved.
It's just we're plugging away, really. We're just doing our own thing. I think we're a decent project. I think we're committed to what we want to do. We're making stuff. It's going to advance. I think patience is the key with us, and I think we hope that we do have for the majority of people. We have, we've been here for such a long time. We've been making things, and what we've built wasn't built in the first couple of months of Cardano coming, being established. We've gone from September 2021 to where we are now, and contribute to a lot of what's kind of within our ecosystem. And then fast forward another 2 years, we're going to be like, watch this math, it's amazing math, twice as far as where we've gone. No, but we're going to be even further from where we are now as well. So it's not an immediate thing. The faster you kind of there's a lot of creativity that comes with those by kind of looking, listening, and coming up with solutions to what's there. And when you're operating just to try and please people, rather than kind of going off your instincts and what's needed, you go completely different. So we are quite blunt in the way that we respond and some of our responses, because we're not a democracy in that sense. We make the decisions, we go through it, and we do things the way we want to do it. Obviously, we listen to the community, but I think you have to be a little bit dog-minded in certain things, because if you become too focused on what the community is wanting and needing everything right now, you only make shit all the time. So we'll do things and do them properly and stage them out. But yeah, if you're happy to join us on the ride, I think we're a good project for you. If you want things immediately, go and buy something else and go and get in and out. I'm not interested.
Oh God, it really is fun to ask you to shill stuff, Mango, because I know that's not the way that you have ever operated. Right, the actions speak louder than words when it comes to not only CNFT.Tools but you
I worry
as
about
well.
people, even like, when people buy a load of NFTs and they've got like 15, 30, 100, it's like, what are you doing? I mean, it's great
Right.
and everything, but it's like, seriously, that's a lot of money. You do things. Like, if it's all in scale, if these people are really rich and it's just like things, but like, please,
Right.
like, there's more important things in life than doing these things. And it's a big romantic things, but I just like hope people do it responsibly and things like that, because when people don't do responsibility, because they're the ones in your DMs going, "What's happening? When's things happening? Why is this happening?" I go, have you overexposed yourself? Are your
Right.
kids hungry?
That's right.
I'm sorry
Oh,
to
man.
hear that, but maybe you should prioritize, the clothing on your back, your rent and things, but yeah, I think
It is tough though, right? Because no matter how much we say, we get it too, right? It's no matter how much you say, do your own research, do what's right for you, right? This is what we have. This is what we can see or what we're building or what we think. But you have to do what's right for you in your situation. People, no matter how much you say that, people don't listen, right? So it's a scary thing, especially when you're a figure in this space, whether you're in charge of a project or content or anything else. Like there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that outside of just saying DYOR or NFA.
Well, yeah, I feel responsibility like to everything in a sense. So I've got responsibility to the community in terms of what we're doing there, that we're doing things the right way. But I've also got responsibility to my family as well, who I'm doing these things. What I mean by that is, like, purposely I don't put my image out there. Like I've said to you before, it's because I'm not full time in this space. I've got quite a serious job within government and with doing things like that. If my mush got out there that I'm linked doing this sort of stuff during my working day or anything like that, or people say, because the degen kind of personality is my fun side that I keep away from my work side, that I can't afford these two worlds to kind of just get spotted. I'm not worried about showing to the public. I'm just worried about my world, seeing this world as well. So I don't really want my image. So that's why I kind of don't do that. If I became full time on this place, yeah, no problem. I'd be showing people my nipples like everyone else.
Right, but like everyone else.
Yeah.
Who do you follow? Because I want to start. Right.
There we go. Commander's got his nipples out. You're just the only one not doing it, Machinist. You keep your nipples to yourself. You're some sort of like inhibited. Like
I had an issue at birth. You don't want to see those things.
you have too many nipples. You're giving too many.
Yeah, far too many.
I really love your perspective on shit, man, because I think, and it's crazy that I haven't heard you talk before, especially about the way that, people overexposing themselves, people going crazy on projects and then being in your Discord constantly, like bitching about floor price or something like that. Because I have the exact same mentality. So I think the main point that people need to get is that, and I'm not even going to use the word invest because we're not investors, we're speculators.
Yeah.
Don't speculate on anything that you're not willing to lose. And I think that's the main point that people need to understand.
And I know, speaking personally,
like,
I've lost loads, off doing things, because I came in with that attitude thinking, oh, this is going to be loads. The reason I've made things is through being valuable to projects that I work with. I work for CNFT.Tools. You're on my page here. I've had some, like, I'm a personal branding expert. I don't know if you scroll down.
I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, with the
I don't know if you've seen like the thing
name.
that's coming out recently though. There's just a load of people that keep coming out like, last week I spoke with so many people. I've helped them with their branding. I've made 10K and things like that. Why are you making things up? It's not happening. I know these guys. I work for a project and I don't make that numbers. And they're saying they're helping, but who are these projects with like paying 10K wages? Not ADA, $10K. That's the thing. So yeah, I helped a guy in our Discord this morning with his personal branding. If you click on there, that was Tom. He felt just his name wasn't exciting enough. So I said, add cat to it. And you can sound like if you add cat to Tom, it sounds like Tomcat, cat with a K.
Right.
And he sounds like a tribal warrior. And if you read that though, he's a really happy customer in there as well.
Right
he's
above
made
it.
Up. He's made up now.
It's that it's changed his life.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's the impact.
You're out here.
That's the impact of Web3 branding right there. That's the things that just helps me sleep at night. That Tomcat now is going pillaging another village, fueled with his testosterone, this newfound testosterone. That's interesting. That because you get Tomcat Ali. Tomcat Ali is like a natural testosterone booster as well, and he's Tomcat. Right? He's just a big ball of testosterone now.
You really are out here just changing lives.
Yeah, that's what
daily.
I do. That's what I do.
That's got to be the easiest 10K you ever made.
Yeah. 10K. I don't know 10K of what, but 10K of love and affection. But yeah, next time you see these guys going out there saying like, yeah, I'm going out there, personal branding and working really hard on the kind of everything, telling people, I just think, are you really doing that? Because they're all imagining. You don't tell me who these people are. Like, no, people when they're working people will drop like the brands. If you're an artist, you'll say these are the brands. Like Brian Allen is quite happy to say Metallica, Pantera. He's not going around, I've worked with some of the biggest bands in the world. It's like, just tell us who they are. And they might be, who am I to judge? But for me, it just seems a little bit like, yeah, whatever.
There's one thing that Mango Bush does well. And it's not bullshitting and changing your fucking life. Please go follow at Mango Bush NFT, because he doesn't have enough followers, because he doesn't really pump himself, because he's actually a good person.
What does it mean anyway?
Right. Hey, and actually, I do have to go soon. I apologize, but we're actually going to look at a house today.
Oh, nice.
Mango,
what's some of your priorities? What are your priorities are you after?
Well, obviously the house over talking to you schlubs. Yeah. But no, but we'll see. It's interesting. We offered him like 100K under the asking price, and they didn't say no. The problem was last time we went, these idiots were still there. Like, they're trying to show us the house and the kids are sleeping in the bedrooms. And he's like, oh, go on in, turn on the lights. I'm like, I'm not doing that to a couple of little kids.
Frightening them,
yeah. What the hell? Like, I'm just some strange, bald-headed, funny-looking guy just running through their bedroom in the middle of the night.
Let me try your bed out, kids.
Yeah.
Do you have many nightmares in this room? No, you're going to get them now.
Yeah, you will now.
It's the Machinist. There's nothing wrong in here. We're just sharing a sleeping space. That's all. You're not insinuating anything like, it's not happening, guys. There's nothing wrong with these people in here. They're just watching them. They're coming up by the house. It's a great house. I didn't know I could do Donald Trump before. I just pulled it out of the bag.
That was really fucking good.
I've never done it. He just came. He just came with it. I've seen body.
But why? But why? That's my question. You're talking about.
It was fake news. That was why I just thought. This is
not
right. This is. There's 100K on the table right now. Take it, guys. Take it. You can have an NFT. I bought a tool. I'm losing it.
But
we'd be friends in real life. I'd like to have a beer sometime. It'd be good.
I think we would too.
I'm dead.
I'm even balder in person. It really shines if you see it in person. Look at that. Look at the shine on there.
I hope you shave your testicles as well, because that'd be a good look. That they're just shining your testicles and your balls when you're walking down.
I do. I do. That actually, I Botox them as well. No wrinkles.
Botox your testicles.
Whatsoever.
That's a good idea.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it looks like two eggs, just two hard-boiled eggs.
Oh my God. Okay. So
I'll do something like your Botox. This episode is sponsored proudly by Botox Bollocks. Have you ever been worried that your bollocks are just too wrinkly? Is that the reason why you're not getting laid anymore?
Mango, what the fuck is this? What is this on your page?
I saw it. Just saw it somewhere, and I didn't really realize what it was. Like, is that white thing? Is it like, are they having sex, or is it being attacked? Is it like really angry sex, or is it like an attack?
It could be. Yeah. It could be. They're just too into it.
Is that Smooth Mountain? Is that Smooth Mountain Yeti Club?
Yeah, that's my new NFT project. I did come up with an idea for an NFT project today. You know all these like scammy NFTs that you got?
Yeah.
If you then had a mint where you charge like 5 or 6 of them, something like that. So if you sent 6 of those scammy NFTs to somewhere, then you get like an NFT off the back of it. And
that's fair.
It's like a trade. So it's
like collecting rugs.
Yeah. So just basically rather than just having it empty, like lost, because that's what people are doing at the moment, having like graveyards and send them here. But all they want to do is skim off the ADA, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just love this. It's
iconic.
I think I'm going to change this to my desktop. Hold on, I'm going to save this.
No, that's got to be his PFP for the episode.
Oh my God, this could be the cover art.
Take it. I'll do that. Yeah, do that.
All right.
I love it.
And no one will know why.
It's just a dichotomy of is it happiness? Is it sadness? Is it like is this the birth of the is this how man evolved? So that ape is what we became by slaying that kind of. Like, I don't even know what it is. It's like, is it a man in a costume?
His foot's a fucking hand.
I'm getting like a rough sex vibe from this, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I got as well.
He's got the nails digging in. He's
look,
ready
those
to
are
mount.
not.
I think
these
it's
are not
consensual, isn't it?
eyes.
Commander knows it. It's consensual. It's
Absolutely.
just like, look at the guys in the background. The Yetis turn in the back. They're just like going, just leave them to it. You know, it's consensual. Like if that was an attack, I'm pretty sure that those guys in the background, if that was not consensual, they'd be like, "Hey mate, get off my mate here. You're hurting him. You've drawn blood."
The safe word is rug me, daddy.
I just got a Discord notification. This is how bad it is. Naomi's in the next room, and she knows the best way to get a hold of me when I'm doing this is not text me, not call me, not yell. She sent me a Discord notification saying, "We got to go."
No, that's a great partner. That's a great love. Give my love to Naomi.
I shall. And thank you again, Mango, for coming on. Everyone, thank you for listening. And yeah, we got to do this again, man. And yeah, we got to use this picture for something.
Next time you don't
I might just mint
this shit screen. Just I'll come on.
I think I might mint this and give it away on the episode. Is that?
Yeah. I'll try and find you a better copy of it as well, if you want.
Hell yeah.
Like that's just like a screenshot of the entire image.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, thank you all for tuning in to When Mint, Cardano Culture, and NFTs. Our chat with Mr. Mango Bush of CNFT.Tools. And we'll see you soon. Don't forget, every week, Saturday, Spotify for video.
Subscribe, 5 stars.
Yeah, or else. Mango knows where you live. So
I do.